Welcome. In this Brain Bit by Bit, I will show images of two diseases with epilepsy that have clearly asymmetric hemispheres, like the previously discussed hemimegalencephaly. In hemimegalencephaly, the largest hemisphere with the larger ventricle was the abnormal one, and hemimegalencephaly is caused by overproliferation of stem cells in the ventricular zone and overgrowth of that hemisphere. In Rasmussen encephalitis, the smaller hemisphere is the abnormal one. And Rasmussen encephalitis is a very rare disease occurring in children with involvement of one hemisphere. It is probably an autoimmune encephalitis with T-cell involvement. And there are progressive seizures. Initially, imaging findings are very subtle, as you can see on the T1 and T2 weighted images 4 months after onset. And on the FLAIR image, you can see the hyperintensity of the insular cortex and of the caudate. Rasmussen encephalitis has a predilection for the frontal and insular cortex. And not only the caudate is involved in Rasmussen encephalitis, but also the putamen, as you can see on the FLAIR and T2 weighted images, which is easy to remember because both the caudate and the putamen are telencephalic structures like the cortex. And as you can see on this image, there's a very close structural and functional relationship between the caudate nucleus and the putamen. In the chronic stage, there's extensive gliosis in the white matter and cortical atrophy in patients with Rasmussen encephalitis. The other disease, where the smaller hemisphere is the abnormal one, is Sturge Weber angiomatosis, in which patients have epilepsy and a wine stain in the face. There is bile angiomatosis, which is best seen on post-contrast T1 weighted images and also on gradient or susceptibility weighted images. And because of these bile angiomatosis with abnormal cortical veins, there's chronic venous ischemia leading to gliosis of the cortex. There's often also enlargement of the ipsilateral choroid plexus, and sometimes patients also have abnormal veins in the eye leading to glaucoma, and in the chronic stage there's calcification, which is also very well seen on CT. So there are 3 diseases with epilepsy with asymmetric hemispheres: Rasmussen encephalitis, hemimegalencephaly, and Sturge Weber syndrome. Thanks for watching, and until next time.